Good morning, students. In today's session, we are going to learn about sewage, and process at the wastewater treatment plant. Okay. So first of all, what is sewage? So sewage means all the wastewater released by homes, industries, hospitals, offices, and other users are collectively called sewage. And sewage is a liquid waste. Sewage is a liquid waste, and most of it is a water. Most of it is a water, and such as dissolved and suspended impurities, disease causing bacteria and other microbes. These impurities are called generally contaminants. These are called contaminants. Contaminants. Okay. The three types of contaminants are present in the water. They are called as organic impurities, inorganic impurities, bacteria and other impurities. These are present in water are called as contaminants. Let's see what are organic impurities. For example, human faces, of course, animal waste, oil, urea, pesticides, herbicides, fruit and vegetable waste, etc. These are comes under especially organic impurities. Then second contaminant is inorganic impurities. Inorganic impurities. Now, what are inorganic impurities? It's nitrates and phosphates. Okay, nitrates and phosphates. Nitrates and phosphates, metals, etc. Nitrates, phosphates, and metals, etc. are called comes under inorganic impurities. And third impurity, bacteria and other impurities. So bacteria, especially such as those which cause cholera, typhoid, and dysentery, etc., are comes under bacteria and other impurities. So these are the major impurities which are present in the water. So how to remove this? There is a process called wastewater treatment. So what process we can take place? See, the treatment of water, that is wastewater, involves physical, chemical and biological process which remove chemical and biological matter that contaminates water. Let's see first one. What is the first step? First one, wastewater is passed through bar screens. Large objects like rags, sticks, cans, plastic packets, etc. are removed by this. The first method what? First step what? The wastewater is passed through bar screens. Larger objects like rags, sticks, cans, plastic packets, etc. are removed by this. And then second step, then water then goes to a grit and sand removal tank. So after first step, then the water goes to a grit and sand removal tank. The speed of the incoming waste water is decreased. The speed of the incoming wastewater decreased, and to allow sand, grit and pebbles to settle down. The second step. And third step, the water is then allowed to settle in a large tank which is sloped towards the middle. Salts like pastes settle at the bottom and removed with a scraper. This is called sludge. Whatever the pieces or feces, solid like feces, settle at the bottom and they are removed with a scraper, and this is called as sludge. What do you call? Sludge. SLUDG. Sludge. This is called sludge, which is removed by the scraper. A skimmer removes the floatable solids like oil and grease, water. So cleared is called clarified water. So then automatically skimmer will be there, and with the help of a skimmer, it removes floatable solids like moving solids, floatable solids like oil and grease. And these are removed, then the water is cleared, then this what is called as clarified water. So the sludge is transferred to separate tank where it is decomposed by anaerobic bacteria. This biogas produced in this process can be used as a fuel, or it can be used as a to generate electricity. So this is the third step. Let us see the fourth step. Fourth step is what for children? Air is pumped into the clarified water to help aerobic bacteria to grow, and bacteria consume human waste. Whatever the bacteria is grown in that process, that bacteria will consume human waste, food waste, soaps, and other unwanted matter. Still remaining is clarified water. Still remaining is a clarified water. So after several hours, the suspended microbes settle at the bottom of the tank as activated sludge. The water is then removed from the top. The activated sludge is about 97% of water. The water is removed by sand, drying beds, or machines. Dried sludge is used as a manure, returning organic matter and nutrients to the soil. Now, the treated water has a very low level of organic material and suspended matter. Whatever the water is treated, it has very low level of organic material and suspended matter. It is discharged into the sea, a river, or into the ground. Nature cleans up further. Sometimes it may be necessary to disinfect water with chemicals like chlorine and ozone before releasing it into the distribution system, that is rivers or groundwater, etc. So this is the procedure what we can follow in waste water treatment plant. Okay, so let us see what the disease caused by untreated water. Diseases caused by untreated water. So, for example, children, if wastewater is not treated, and allowed to pass as such into our resources, it became a cause for large number of diseases. So this is what happened at villages. So all residences, they release wastewater from kitchen, bathroom and toilets outside their houses, which gets stagnated and cause diseases like diarrhea, malaria, typhoid and cholera. So these are the main diseases if the water is untreated at treatment plants. So that's why we have to treat the water before it releasing into the distribution tanks. And especially other ways of disposing sewage. How to dispose sewage? We dispose wastewater in our daily life in different ways and means. We often see water stagnated near borewells or beside houses. Sometimes human and animal excretions also mix with this water, so we get a foul smell. When we walk near these areas, to prevent this, we need a proper drainage system. So in some villages and towns, we can see drainage canals on both sides of the streets and to maintain flow of wastewater. Is there any drainage system in your village? You can think over it. You can think and describe how it functions. And types of drainage systems. Generally, we make some arrangements in our areas to carry wastewater and other materials released by domestic activities. In some places, people construct a ditch to settle drainage water. In some places, they make the wastewater flow in canals to other places or to the wastelands around. Okay, so especially by the children, any different types of drainage systems are found in your area or in your town or in your village. You can describe how it will function. Okay, so make a list of drainage systems that you may have heard about. You may also ask your friends and your neighbors about the drainage systems and explain the procedure and what is the importance of drainage system. You can explain your parents and your elders. Okay, thank you and have a nice day, children.